Hey, welcome back. I know I haven't posted in a few days, but that's because I've been crazy busy trying to get everything prepped, put away for the winter, because apparently the snow is coming as early as tomorrow. Firewood season is over, and what that means is anything I haven't got done or prepped or put away, greased, all those good things and cleaned up, I've been doing over the last few days. And I didn't want to put it into a video for you because it's really not that exciting. But if you're an LX tractor owner, I wanted to point this out to you because after 2 years, my curiosity got the best of me, and I'm glad it did. Because I saw this. That little yellow plastic cap and the vent beside it. My B2601 had what I would call a closed front axle. In other words, there was no visible dipstick or fill hole or those kind of things. I think they were bolts you had to remove. The manual mentions nothing about it until your 400-hour service, which is the service that you're supposed to drain and replace the gear oil in your front axle. But today I was doing all of my servicing, right? Filling up my hydraulic fluid, doing all my grease circs, checking my oil, all those good things. But finally, I had to check this dipstick. And sure enough, I checked it. It's a little tough to get out because it's got this O-ring. But you'll see the dipstick looks like this. And there's that small spot that's about ½ an inch long at the bottom. And the gear oil is supposed to be somewhere in that part of the dipstick. And well, it wasn't. The oil level was barely touching the bottom of that dipstick. So I called my Kubota dealer because I wanted to make sure, even after I checked the manual, that I was putting the right oil in. Because the manual will tell you on page 107 that you can either use Kubota UDT or you can use SA 80 or 90 gear oil. It's super important to find out what your Kubota dealer prepped your tractor with when they did the PDI before you picked it up. And that's what I did today. Here's the deal. Your manual is going to tell you that you can either use the premium UDT or you can use an SAE 80 or 90 grade gear oil. However, what I understand from the mechanic is you don't want to mix grades. So I'm glad I called him today because apparently they prep everything using the premium UDT, and that's what's in that front axle. So he strongly recommended this is what I put in there to top it up. This, you probably recognize, is the same oil you're using for your hydraulic fill, for your transmission and your hydraulics. It's the same oil. But you're going to need a funnel that's got a long neck on it in order to get in there. So something like that, or something like this. And you want to make sure you don't overfill, so you put a little bit in at a time. 2 important considerations. He said it doesn't matter whether you check that dipstick if the axle is hot or cold. Does not matter. What does matter is that you make sure your tractor is sitting on level ground when you check it. That's it. It's a simple check, just like checking your oil or the hydraulic fluid in the back. Ironically though, and you might be thinking this as well, nowhere along this front axle can you see any type of wet marks or any leaks anywhere. So I have no idea why that oil dropped down. That leak you're seeing right there is from me filling it up just 20 minutes ago. But what he did say is that you may not be able to see some of the wear or the leaks because they may show up behind the wheel if you took the wheel off. Hope it's been helpful. Have a great week, and we'll get back and see you again on the next one. Cheers.